Prophet said, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, about Akhir Zaman, he said, time will move faster and yet faster. A whole year will pass like a month. A whole month will pass like a week. A whole week will pass like a day. A whole day will pass like an hour. A whole hour will pass like the amount of time it takes to kindle a fire. I have news for you. If you have the perception that time is moving faster and faster in your life, you are in big trouble. Whether you know it or whether you don't is irrelevant. Once you have the perception that time is moving faster and faster for me, the whole year passed already, that's just like a month. The answer is you're on the wrong road. You're on the road of Dajjal. That's right. If I am on the wrong road, Sheikh Imran, because I have this perception that time is moving faster and faster for me, what do I do about it? This information is disappearing from scholarship now. That we used to travel with a donkey and a horse and a camel. And now no more. The motor car came and we could drive fast. And then the train came, and then the aeroplane came, and we could move faster and yet faster and yet faster. This is one of the defining characteristics of modern Western civilization, that it causes the world to speed up. Communication, the same thing like travel. You used to have to write a letter, and it'll take 6 months to reach from one side of the world to the other. 6 months! And then comes the telegraph, and then comes the telephone, and then comes the cellular phone, and what else? And now you have instant communication around the world. Modern Western civilization has as a defining characteristic. They may call it modernization. I say something more. A defining characteristic that it causes things to move faster and faster, faster and faster. And they call that progress. Beware. This is in fact a sinister development. And Israel needs it. If Israel is to pull off this destiny of ruling the world, Israel has to get mankind to stop thinking. Israel has to get mankind to stop thinking. Of course, the first people to stop thinking are the politicians. And then come the business. Yes. If I am on the wrong road, Sheikh Imran, because I have this perception that time is moving faster and faster for me, what do I do about it?
And this is one of the signs of Qiyamah. So all that you have to do is to examine your heart to see, am I experiencing this phenomenon of time moving faster and faster? If I am, then the implication is that I have become too much attached to the dunya. Okay? The minute you turn away from the dunya and you turn to Allah, something happens to your perception of time. What is it? time now begins to move slower, deliciously slow. Huh? Deliciously slow. Bobby's smiling now. Deliciously slow. You have all the time in the world to do everything you want to do. The day is so long that you can achieve everything. Sometimes you feel as though Allah is lengthening the day for you. So you could do this and you could do that and you could do that. No hurry, no busy.
Answer: Allah has given to us a system of time. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ قُلْ هِيَ مَوَاقِيتُ لِلنَّاسِ. And they question thee about the moon and about the crescent moon when the moon is a baby. Say to them that the moon is there to deliver to you a system of time. And it is with that system of time that you must live if this mind is to function properly. If you abandon that system of time and you allowed yourself to be sucked into Dajjal's world of time, in which time is moving faster and faster, eventually at the end of the day you become an American. Yes, Americans are people who cannot think anymore. They're just like sheep. You become like an American. You will lose the capacity to think. Why does Israel want you to lose the capacity to think? Why? Answer: because you cannot study the Quran if you cannot think. That's why. All the guidance you need for Akhir Zaman is there in the Quran. But Dajjal has taken all of us. It makes no difference whether you are Brelvi or Deobandi or Salafi or Tabligh or this or that or the other. He's taken all of us for a ride. And all of us have this perception that time is moving faster and faster. But if you recite the Quran as it ought to be recited, then you no longer perceive time moving faster and faster. And your heart will now be in harmony with the system of time operating all through Allah's creation. Allah has deliberately given us lunar time to frustrate Dajjal. Dajjal is tremendously annoyed. Dajjal is going crazy. He needs a system of time which can be universalized. Did you hear that? Dajjal, in order to rule the world from Jerusalem and eventually declare, I am the Messiah, he has to create one global society, one world order, all of mankind interconnected in one global society. They call it globalization. And so he needs to globalize the political system. He's done that already. He needs to globalize the economy, one global economy. He's already done that. He needs to globalize the monetary system. He's already done that while we were eating our biryani and going home and sleep. But he needs a global system of time in which everything will operate like clockwork, like the trains in Switzerland. Otherwise, your financial transactions all over the world at the press of a button will go haywire unless you have one universal system of time. Can you do that with a lunar calendar? That system of time has the moon at its heart. Because Allah says about the moon that He has given to it manazil. Manazil, stages of growth and stages of decline. لِتَعْلَمُوا عَدَدَ السِّنِينَ وَالْحِسَابِ. That you might use the moon to count the years, to measure time. And so the moon is at the heart of the system of time in Islam. And this is Dajjal's biggest problem. Biggest problem of all that Dajjal has is the system of time. If only our people had remained faithful to the moon. But all of us have abandoned the moon Illa ma sha Allah. If I ask what your age is, no one will give me his age. None will give me his age according to the moon. Illa ma sha. Everybody will give me his age according to the sun. Even though Allah has said, I gave you the moon, لِتَعْلَمُوا عَدَدَ السِّنِينَ, that you might use the moon to count the years. What is the price we pay when our heart is perceiving time moving faster and faster because Dajjal has corrupted the heart? Answer?
Move the opposite direction.
The heart is no longer in harmony with the system of time, so Nur will have difficulty entering the heart. That's why we have so many sheep and cattle in the world today. They have eyes and yet cannot see. Not only Nur, but something else. Shifa. We're living now on the tip of the iceberg. 5G is coming.